Welcome to the Trading Lounge and the Forex report, the US dollar here. It appears that we do have an impulse wave moving to the upside here, but it moved back to the 50-60% retracement level of the previous move. So taking from this spike here to this particular low through here, the 50 and 61.8 retracement level comes in through here. But I wouldn't sort of hold this area here with too much importance because we've got that spike up through here. So yeah, look, the main point here is that if this is an impulse wave to the upside here, and we've got an A and a B and a C wave moving back into this area through here, then confirmation to the upside would be finding support on top of what we call group 1, so the 80-30 area here, but it needs to be tested, so just not enough to move up, but it must test back and actually find support there. If that is the case, then you'll know you'll be moving to the upside, but also too you'll know that the euro will be moving to the downside. So if you're looking to short the euro, then also double check here that you've got support, tested support on 80-30, the top of subgroup 1. Looking at the euro, a bit the same as the Australian dollar, coming down from the 137 high. We've got a 5-wave move down, which is an impulse wave, and therefore we should be looking at an A and a B and a C wave as a counter trend rally, and then another 5 waves to the downside. The A, the B and the C here, the 50% retracement level is to here, and the 61.8 is up to here at the 136.50 area, the midpoint here. So the euro can have shallow retracement, so it may not get all the way back up to here as well, but while it's above the 136, then allow it to move and groove to the upside. We're looking for a clear 3-wave price action, and in wave C here you should be able to work out on a 5-minute chart for there should be 5 waves in this sequence through here, but we'll have enough time to look at this in the next session as well. So we're looking for a short. We need confirmation that we've got a clean ABC here, and look, if it happens earlier in terms of it only reaches in this space up here somewhere and then finds the 136 as resistance, then look to short, and also use the subgroup 2 area through here to the 135.72 here as a retested resistance to add to short trades as well. The Australian dollar is in the same sort of move to the downside as well from the 95 area through here. As you know, we'd been looking at this as a 5-wave move on the daily to the upside, wave 4, wave 5 here, and I'm not that quick to turn bearish on this market unless the 92 becomes the retested resistance. While it's above the 90 and it's above the 93 here, it's actually the positive trend is still intact. However, the Elliott count is suggesting that we can move back to the 50-60% retracement level down through here. So we'll take it wave by wave and level by level. So this move down through here is in 5 waves. So we're looking for a counter trend like the euro, and then another 5 down as well. So we could look to short the counter trend here, and if that was the case, then we can look down at 92 being the target area here as well. So with the Australian dollar here on the 2-hour chart, basically the 5 waves starting to take form here, and we're looking for the 50-60% retracement level here as well. So that's at this point and this point here, back up at this second level of supply here. This is the first level of supply here, and it may not get all the way up through here. It may only get to the 94. So we need to look for strategies to short this market even lower than expected. So we can see here that this is the count we've got down from the high here. We've got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1, back for 2, down for 3, 4 and 5 here, and we've got the A wave, the B wave, and we're looking at the C wave here that I don't feel is finished yet. The C wave will have 5 waves in it, but we can see that it's on a real sort of angle here. It's not like it's moving up strongly here, is it? But at the same time, we still need to see you know, we need to see 5 waves up through this area through here. So it may only get to this area through here. So you'll need a plan to work out if it gets, you know, if it's weak to short. So we could say that if the 93.50 was breached, then we know that it's weak at that stage, and you can look to short it from that point there. While it's above the 93.60, then give it space to continue to move up to the upside here. But basically look for weakness to short, but you need some overlapping wave structures for that. While it's moving up, then allow it to move up, and as I mentioned, it can come up into this area through here. The Euro Australian, we've been on just on the 4-hour chart. We've been working our way through this particular correction through here, but always as a wave 4. It's a good example of wave 4's getting just complicated in terms that you know, the wave 4 could have been the A, the B, and the C to this point here and completed here. Then we've got the larger one, so we've turned this into the A wave, to the B wave, to the C wave here. But then we realized through here that it was going to get larger still, so we've had to label it the A wave to here, a B wave to here, and looking for the C wave in here to call it completed in here. Now, it's folded back into the 145 area through here. It's best not to short this market while we're above the 145. So just allow this market to do whatever it needs to do here. But once that 145 becomes the retested resistance, then you can use that as a trade setup to go short. And you can also use the group 2 in here as well. So group 2 would be 144, 72 and 80 in here. The 72 is more important. So the 144, 72 as retested resistance, you could look to add to those short positions on that side. Don't short it above the 145 there, because at the moment all this 145 was resistance, and it's popped its head up there again, but this time it's sitting, so it's testing it as support now. So in terms of the trading levels, it was resistance, now it's looking like support. So in terms of the trading levels, this pattern is looking stronger to the upside than to the downside. So we want the Elliott and the levels on the same page, so telling the same story. So that's not the case just yet, so we just need to be a bit more patient here. On the yen crosses, let's start with the US yen cross here, the primary cross. What we were looking for last time we spoke, we were counting 5 waves up through here for wave A, and then we were looking for an A and a B and a C. So I haven't adjusted that yet, but back in for the B wave there. So we can see that we've got an A and a B and a C wave in here. So once that sort of completes in here, which it looks reasonably complete, but once again, you want to be on the 102 to have any long trades to the upside. So look for any strength in here. You might be able to get in earlier as well. I'll leave that to you, but for this purpose, we're just tracking it in the bigger picture here. But yes, so we'd be looking for another 5 waves up through this area through here. Okay, the pound yen here, we were looking at just on the daily chart here, we're looking at 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we traded up here, exiting at 175, and now we're looking for some type of top here or correction here. So with that in mind, the current move down from the top here, we can class as wave 1 or the A wave, or 2 or B, and 3 and C. So this has still got further to unfold here in terms of 1, 2, third wave here, 4th wave here, 5th wave into here. So that could still leave us just as an A and a B and a C here. So if it's going to work any down further, then we would be looking at it as so wave 3 down to here, wave 4 back to this point here, and then wave 5 down to here. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So once we've got those 5 waves there, or if that is indeed the case, then we'll look for a counter trend in 3 waves here. Because we got 5 waves here after this counter trend here, then we'll get another 5 down through here. If we don't get 5 down here, then we won't get this over here as well. So it's important what happens in this little area here. So the short trade, if we're going to take one, would be over here. So we've still got time for this to roll out and set up for us, unless you just want to short and keep the stop above here. That's something that you can do, because we'd be looking for a larger move back down towards the 72 mark at least. The euro yen, okay, there is possibilities that, I mean, I've labelled this here as an A and a B and a C wave here, and we're looking for further downside, but it's possible that it can move back up through here as well. So this is what we need to understand both sides. But as it stands, we've got this move down here, which is good, and we've got this move back here, which pull back the 50-60% retracement level of that move down through here. But we do have an impulse wave up here. We do have an impulse wave up here. So if we even just looked at this here from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, then the 50-60% retracement levels back at 138.40, where the current low is at 61.8%. So from that point there, it can move up from there. And in both counts, even in the bearish count, we expect it to move up from there as well, because it does appear that we've got 5 waves down through here. So that being the case, we're looking for an ABC here and then 5 down here again. So with that in mind here, from the top here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, pulling back down to our 60%, 50, 60% retracement level, so that's fine. So if we're looking for a bear move, we're looking for a retracement level back up into this area through here. It may not go up that high. It may just struggle at this supply level through here and roll over through here. So you've really just got to keep an eye on this here in terms of looking for this move here. So if it fails from this point, and comes into this area back here, and you can clearly see there's 3 waves here, then you can look to short to the downside. But if you see that it's very positive around here and it's finding support here, then it can move up from this area through here. But yeah, let it really mature in this space here, because what we're looking for, because we've got 5 waves here, we're looking for an A and a B and a C, and then rolling over from here. So maybe use the 138.50 area through here as the catalyst for the trigger, rather to the downside here. Just allow that to move up here. But we've got another session, so we'll be able to see what that is. It's not going to move that. It's not going to do it all in one session. So we should be able to be back here and look at this more closely in the next 2 sessions. Alrighty, well that's it. So one of the main points with all of this really is the US dollar, and will it continue to move up from this point here, and the 80-30 here as a tested support is the trigger for that, and that will obviously put a lot of other crosses in play as well. So could be a good short on the euro and a good short on the Australian dollar as well. Alrighty, cheers.